Okay everyone, let's get started with our day. It's bright and early and we have a lot of places to go and a lot of things to eat. Our first stop of the day is to get a New York City bagel. They say that the bagels here in New York are a lot softer than any other states, and it's related to the water content and the presence of less magnesium and calcium within them, which impacts the softness of the dough. So I decided to get the rainbow bagel with sour cream and onion cream cheese and a vegetarian soup on the side. It honestly tasted so soft and so good. I highly recommend it. Next, we walked over to the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. If you're here in New York City, this is definitely a must-see. It is a tribute of remembrance to all of the people that were killed during the 2001 attacks here in New York. In addition to having the names, it features 2 memorial pools that represent the location of where the Twin Towers were located. It was really nice to see this spot dedicated to remembering all of the people that unfortunately passed away during this event. After that, we walked over to the World Trade Center Oculus, in which we explored a little bit, and then we continued on to explore the streets of New York City. So this trip was from before the pandemic time, so as you can see, there's a lot of people on the streets, there's a lot of food carts running. So New York is known to be the home of over 12,000 food vendors. You can find a huge variety of food, from the basics such as a hot dog to basically every type of cuisine possible. For convenience purposes, I decided to do a bus tour to see New York City. I thought this was the best option possible with the limited time that I have. I highly recommend this because it saves you a lot of cost on Ubering around or doing a taxi. And another benefit is that you usually have a live tour guide there telling you about the sites. So as you can see, we have reached the Statue of Liberty. It was a really cold day that day, so we didn't get a chance to actually go on the ferry and see the statue, but in the bus tour, a lot of times the ticket for the ferry ride is included. So make sure you take advantage of that if you have the time. As you can see, we're on the way to the Manhattan Bridge, and as we're driving, we're passing the Chinatown of New York City. So over here, there's a whole bunch of different souvenir shops, bubble tea shops, fresh markets with spices and fish, and a lot more. Make sure you explore if you have the time. If not, then let's keep going on to our adventure. As we enter onto the Manhattan Bridge, you can see the New York City skyline across from you. So as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous and definitely a must-see view. So the Manhattan Bridge, which we're about to enter on, is a suspension bridge that crosses the East River in New York City. It basically connects Lower Manhattan to downtown. As we're about to exit off of the Manhattan Bridge, you can see the Brooklyn Bridge across from us, which we will explore in a little bit. But before that, we're gonna make a quick stop and enjoy New York City pizza. You all have probably heard of New York City pizza being one of the best, and I honestly think that is true. I went to Giuliana's Pizza in New York City, close to Brooklyn Bridge, and I decided to get the margherita pizza with mushrooms, and it tasted delicious. I absolutely loved it and can't wait to return. After that, we walked over to see the Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge was absolutely beautiful. It is a suspension bridge in New York City that spans over the East River. So as you can see, it is just a really beautiful sight to be seen and cannot be missed. After that, we made our way over to Brookfield Place. This is a really big shopping center in New York City, and it's great if you want to do some shopping during your trip. They have a wide range of stores and you can buy whatever it is you want to buy in one location instead of having to go around. There's also really nice views of the Hudson River from the shopping center. There are a few places that I wanted to save to visit during the nighttime, and One World Observatory was one of them. So as you can see, I'm going up. The observatory is located on approximately floor 100, and you get to see the whole city view from this observatory. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I highly recommend it if you have the time during your trip. Another destination I wanted to save for the evening time was Times Square. This is a definite must-see if you are in New York City. It is one of the most biggest commercial intersection, and it is a huge tourist destination in Midtown Manhattan. I stopped by a local hot dog vendor and got some hot dogs and pretzels over here. And also I went to a few different souvenir shops just to pick up some souvenirs for back home. I had originally planned to go to a few different cafes in New York, but I didn't get a chance, so I didn't want to leave without trying a dessert in New York, so I got this cupcake from a local bakery in Times Square. With that, my day comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed this day in New York. Stay tuned for the vlog in which I share my experience of going on a red-eye flight to make this day possible. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.